It's been a good few days, actually. Now that I think about it. Since the last stream. A little awkward. That's okay. I did quite a few changes to some of my audio settings, so God willing, my S sounds shouldn't shatter anyone's eardrums anymore. That would be lovely. Would be ecstatic to hear that that is improved. So I got a warm drink, and hopefully... Hello, nerd. Hi, Crash Shots. No. Kind of big. Let me, shrink myself down for a second. There we go. I can actually read that now. Cool beans. There we go. Better. There, yeah, now we can see you. Yeah, finally, you caught me live. Congratulations. I might turn this down a little bit. No, I know what it is. Yeah. Half the trouble is if I go too loud, then background noise comes up, so it's like... I do need to probably get a test account so I can talk to you guys about audio balancing and shit in the future. So, turning down the music, is this better? Am I more legible now? Because, I have to go into voice meter, I think, and fuck around and find out a little bit. Yeah, good. Because there's also the gain on my microphone itself, but I think I found a good sweet spot there for quality versus everything else. Yeah. I struggle a bit with the music and volume. I feel like it's gotta be like under half of the volume of your voice or it's going to be hard. Yeah. I know that like I very rarely hit the yellow, and I should be hitting the yellow when I'm talking. On top of sometimes I keep putting the music too loud. What I should do is like not rely on the music on the stream to entertain myself or like to play in my own ears as I draw, because I usually blast music to myself. You can have it auto-duck, turn the volume down when you talk. No, I have no idea. That's something I'll have to look into. It would be cool. It would be fucking sweet. But I feel like it could be a little awkward too. What I would like is to get a better handle of like audio balancing in general, because it's its own hot mess to fiddle with, that's for sure. What I want to do is what I'd love to do, because like especially when it comes to audio and streaming, it's always better to be too loud than too quiet, because trying to redo the audio on everything on your computer just to hear a streamer sucks. And like there's very few that I love enough to do that for. And yeah, it's tough, so always better to be too loud. Yeah, you can always turn someone down. You can only turn them up so much though. That's for sure. Yeah, so the plan today is to work a bit on this. It's basically like it's kind of like half concept, half sketch. Ideally, if this works out, this could become the actual model. But like none of this is one-to-one, like going into it. Like Like, none of this is going into it one-to-one. Like, it's going to be redrawn. So, it's mostly, like, some stuff that I like, I'll probably keep and carry it over into the final outlines and whatnot, but it's really a matter of time, I think. Ooh, coffee is good. And yeah, I am absolutely drinking coffee at midnight because, I don't make good choices, good decisions, not in my repertoire in the slightest. So, primarily, I think I need to redo this jacket because I am not at all happy with where it is. Currently, I feel like he looks better without it, which is weird because I designed him with the jacket. Like, he just looks better without it, which is so odd. I don't know how I did that. It's very much designed with the jacket in mind. The hell did I... Skin. Rename this layer skin so I can remember. You have a jacket add-on on the model. Yeah, that's the idea, as I want to do that, so I think I'm just going to make sure the base looks good and also the jacket. But I'm not content with the way it currently looks in this, so I'm going to clean it up. Maybe redo it entirely. It is extra rigging work. It's one of those things where I'm like, okay, but it would be really nice, and if I ever want to get into doing like rigging commissions, it would be fantastic experience. You'll already know how to do different like states like that, or whatever the lingo is. I just think of them mentally as like different states. Alright. I'm gonna be redoing that entirely, I guess. No! The eye! Okay. Ugh. So I got my, when I was doing the concepts and stuff, so this also has... What it really has is way too many fucking layers, but it's for my own use and reference. I can even, like, take off the tail bandages on this if I need to, if I change my mind. But I don't think I will, because I like them very much. Yeah. There we go. Without the jacket. He's pretty cute without it. Cute with and without, and that's what's important. True hell is having 200 layers, and they're all named layer. Yeah. Sometimes, like, my problem is, even if they're named, my clown behind my dumbass will still skim them and not read them. And I don't claim to be the wisest sage in terms of artwork. I just, this is working best for me so far after several years of trying to do this. of character design, that is. So, might redo some of these, the way I was doing these pants a bit. So I am not happy. Not happy with where they are at the moment. I will not be streaming super long today because, in all honesty, if it works for gaming, exactly. I'd rather have something working than having made nothing at all. In all honesty, that's where I'm at. Because, like, I'm perfectly understanding that I may remake this model multiple times. I may re-rig the model multiple times, even on the first one. That's just going to be a very hard learning process. And I'm okay with that. As long as I get to have something very cool at the end. What I did was I made these pants a lot shorter here than on the original concept. It's kind of tripping me up, I think. Definitely. Yeah. I don't know if I like them higher or not, because this way I could show some cute socks, like stripy socks. Yeah. Like, if I were smarter, I would keep going on here first, but I'm impatient. I want to work on what the model will look like now. And it's one of those things where I need to stop saying that. I say that every day. But I have redrawn this character 50 billion times. He's looked different. Like, you've seen me post it, like, for the past, like, what, 2 years? Maybe. Maybe a year. A year or 2 years I've been working on this guy on and off, right? Capturing my flawless visage. It's been a lot of work. Ugh. I kinda like with jacketless as well, to be honest with you. Like, the thing is, as much as I love jacket, I would like jacket more if I could do hood as well. But I feel like a hooded mode would have to be way in the future. That's a way future project, because I feel like cutting that up and rigging that will be horrific to do. Like, I feel like I'm already testing it by, like, having non-human ears and a tail, and that's already difficult to rig and put together. Speaking of, like, I might not even touch the tail today, because I want to see how other, like, artists and riggers put tails together, so I don't accidentally, like, give myself a lot of extra work by the end. By the time I reach that stage. Maybe not actually, I'm thinking about it. The tail and oh, the hood, yeah. It sounds easier, but like, from what I've seen, like, especially if you want higher range of motion, it seems to be a lot less forgiving. Sounds easy on paper, but it's probably a bitch regardless. As for tall, though, I've seen people draw their tail. Oh, tail! See it entirely straight. Yeah. Drawing them straight makes more sense because you'll just bend it, I guess. It's easier to bend a straight texture than to straighten a bend texture. Yeah. Half my trouble is like, do I want it up or down? You know? And then I gotta move shit accordingly. This is mostly for like my own reference and where I want it to rest generally. But I'm still not set on it. That's why it's like the least defined thing on this entire sheet right now. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't have a single clue. That's the thing, is this is a journey. It's a journey for me and the people who are willing to follow me through it. It'd be pretty swell. Half the trouble right now for me is... am I content with where this body is, because I can draw clothes on top of it all day long. It's a process, and we'll be winning. Exactly. Precisely. That's what we want to hear. I'm doing this so inefficiently, but honestly... it'd be easiest to see how you'd want the tail to rest when you're rigging it. Yeah. Would like... And especially like when it comes to mouth shapes and shit, like... In the model file, like, you want sketches of what you want the vowel sounds to look like and shit like that. So you have references when you're setting the... I think blend shape, is that it? Or the keyframe? Something like that? Like the... When you're setting, like, the edges of, like, parameters for stuff, like, you want sketches in the file, sometimes, even, like, on what you want it to look like, and make sure that shit can reach it. Yeah. I'm still learning the lingo, and it doesn't help that, like, a lot of the riggers I follow and have been learning from speak other languages, especially Japanese, and you know, like, machine translations are fun, and they always work properly. So it can get, like, it becomes like a guessing game of, like, what do I know about Japanese that would make this make more sense when fed through a machine? Ugh. It's fine. It's fine. Don't understand mouth shapes either, especially with how to draw for the model. Yeah. I should send you, or at least, like, maybe make a clip of, like, this particular part of one of the riggers I was watching recently about how she did it, because, this is just, like, a sketch. When I'm drawing, like, the actual thing, I'll want, like, the like, the wide mouth, like, mouth shape, and then draw the teeth, tongue, and etc. parts, and then you'll be sketching, like, oh and whatnot, like, this is, like, it wouldn't be final, right? Because, like, you'll have these as sketches, and this is what, and this will be, like, what the file looks like. There we go. That's a messed up mouth we're getting, yeah. You get the idea. So, like... So... Then you'll have these sketches, and then you will be blending this mouth into these in Live 2D. Because, like, if you were to draw all these like a clown, which is what I thought you were supposed to do, that would be hell. There's no way. Yeah, you bend it into the- you fold it into the shape best you can. Yeah. So, like, what you can do is, like, sketch these shapes out in, like, red or something on a layer and hide it in the final model. Or delete it when you're done making the shapes. It's like you'll have these tucked in a layer somewhere, so you'll have, like, a reference. Forgive my, like, shitty handwriting. Yeah. So, like, that's what I mean by, like, and I'm doing that, like, with the head a bit. Like, if I were to turn this head, would it still look good? And, like, I have, like, a blue sketch of this head turned all the way to the right and up a bit, so I can see if I'm happy with it. And then there's also, like, vowel sounds are different, because in languages, too. So, like, Japanese riggers do it a bit differently, apparently. You know, VTube Studio should have mouth phonetic rigging entirely from audio, which is pretty sick. Yeah, exactly. Because, like, consonants and stuff are mostly, like, internal in your mouth, and you don't see them, but, like, vowels, you change your lips a lot more, so it's pretty crucial. Yeah. Like, I only do it a little bit here and there to make sure I'm still happy. It's like the way this is going, because... yeah. See, like, I would like this arm to go up as well and into the pocket, so, like, I've been sketching as well to make sure that, hey, can I fold this limb up here and it still looks good? Are we still proportional? Are we happy with that? Etc, etc, etc. Like, it's been a wild ride. Like, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to draw, like, this particular, elbow. Because because if I want it to bend, I need to consider that as well. For, cutting it up. Yeah. It's not even, like, an entirely different arm. I'll be bending this existing arm. So, I'm a clown, basically. I'm being extremely ambitious. If I had, like, a brain, I would be probably making, like, a funny haha little, like, chibi or something first, or, like, a little meme, like, actual opossum model for laughs, to be a funny guy. Like the guy on my standby screens and end screens. Yeah. You gotta consider artistic add-ons too, like rigging for a special hand for the tablet. Yeah. I don't think I'll ever... like, that's way long term. Like, I'll be happy if I can just have, like, a bare bones model by the end of, like, the year. Hopefully, like, maybe even by fall, I would be excited. Because this is all a process, man. This is a process. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I was like starting to sketch like a head in here of like, if I'm looking like this way, would I be happy? Like with the neck position. I don't know. Like it's like I'm half sketching like the range of motion I would like to have and what I would do to make things work, and I'm thinking about it. Because like if I want this to work, I gotta make sure it will work. Even in like paper doll, just sliding things around and not considering like bending them or what's the word I'm looking for? Like actually like foreshortening and changing the shapes themselves. Like I'm just making sure that this can work. Like, and I'm not going to create some weird amoeba when it's trying to go from one form to another. Slurp. I don't think adding a tablet arm isn't too much of a hassle of an addition. I can always do it, like, because, like, this is my model, I'm making it myself, like, I'll have the files, I'll have all the files, I don't have to pay someone extra for that, and I don't have to recommission someone to add more to it. So I can always revisit. Which is, like, more than I could ask for. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, the one you just sent in the Discord, yeah. Love that model so much. It's easily one of my favorites. Yeah, that is a big pog for being self-made, that's for sure. You can get so much done. Without, like, having to worry too much about affording adding more. What I should be doing is alting this and making sure the body anatomy is good, the basic structure, and then the clothes on top. And then, well, I gotta make sure I'm happy as well with the way. This sleeve is way too long. But like, honestly, I'm having the time of my life, even if it's taking me an extremely long time. But the thing is, like, I assume it's gonna be like anything with art, where like, it'll get easier with time, and it'll probably most definitely be worth it. It's just, it's always tough when you're starting out on something, you know? At the cost of investing God knows how many hours into getting pocket art, yeah. If you don't want to fiddle with redrawing shit, there's always the magic of liquify tool. You're right. Liquify tool is amazing. I will not lie. I will not pretend otherwise. Definitely saves a lot of pain. I accidentally, like, ended up drawing him, like, a little more fit than I intended originally, but I'm not mad about it. Yeah. You're having to restart after so long and having to shake off the rust, indeed. I've been in, like, a pretty hefty rust shaking session lately. Like, since I started getting back into actually making things again, it's been rough. So I've always gone through periods of, like, drawing heavily for several years and then falling off for no reason. And then having to start again and basically relearn how to draw from scratch multiple times, basically. And I wouldn't at all recommend that experience. There we go. I don't like this. It's too much. Let me redo it. Having to shake up. Yeah, feeling that too might be a funny ADHD thing. I'm starting to wonder if that is what it is. It sucks because it's like I want to keep creating. It's just I want better tools in my arsenal for continuing on a path instead of falling off and then struggling to get back onto it. When it starts to feel like you're in a cycle of not drawing, having to shake the rust off if not drawing, repeat. Yeah. It's like it's a cycle. It's a fun cycle of if something doesn't give me like the happy chemical to immediately anymore, or like one bad day of not very good feedback and then I might fall off drawing, or I had a bad week and then I fall off drawing, and then starting up again sometimes is just too much, and then I end up having to focus on bettering my life in other ways before I can get back to relearning everything. But one thing that I can say for sure is that I think I've improved every single time that I have had to relearn drawing from scratch. I can say that, I think, pretty confidently. Even if, like, I will never draw the same way I did through in my past cycles of drawing and not drawing, but at the same time, I can say that I have improved in general, and I'm happy with that. The problem with art is that to draw the Pog art ends up being a 24+ hour commitment. But then your bozo brain goes lol at doing it for 30 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. On the other hand, like, the more you do it, you do get a little bit faster, is the ideal. Like, I want to learn more about, paint tool. I really almost said paint tool psi. Anyways, I want to learn more about Clip Studio paint tools so I can work a little more efficiently. And streaming does help. Oh my gosh, yes. The thing is, like, I also do better when I'm explaining what I'm doing. Like, if I'm teaching someone, it helps me solidify in my brain what's going on and, like, to do it. So I have something to show to back up what I'm trying to say. Yeah, that's the deal. The ideal, just keeping it up for long enough to go faster. Yeah. And a lot of it is, like, it's not just doing it the same way until you get faster, because sometimes it is, like, but frankly, like, it's kind of it's a funny haha mix of things, which nobody likes to hear, that it's, like, so unspecific. Let me see. Hide. I just want to clean this up a bit for, like, my own reference. It doesn't look too terrible as I'm working on it. Keep within the lines at the very least. Oi. At the very least, like, I'm very happy to stream working on this model. Seeing myself in a more whole form instead of a tiny little PNG goblin. I think it would be cool to follow, like, the making of it over time. But I'm also, like, a lot of my favorite things to watch is the creative process. Maybe it's not everyone's thing, but it is my thing, and it'd be cool if other people also enjoy it, but I'm not gonna, like, push it. Most of my followers follow me for an entirely different thing, and that's okay. Growth syrup. Yeah, I fed him the Miracle Grow. He had some growth hormones in the garbage. Tasted good. The VTuber culture. Yeah, there's the big reveal. The thing is, like, I won't be streaming the rigging process, but I will be, like, drawing. And the thing is, like, you can do, like, a whole reveal of, like, it moving, and, like, the movement is the big wow factor, right? Illegal fertilizer syrup as a treat, yeah. I'm, like, extremely content with where he's gone so far, I think. A lot of it is, like, I'm also, like, in a fist fight with myself over, like, how much do I want to conform to what is trendy and popular right now in terms of, like, art styles. Showing off of the finished project and going, but hey, Pog, look at my lad vibrate. Yeah. Like, I'm just excited because, like, I cannot wait to be able to, like, look around and, like, blink and twitch the ears, have a good old time, you know? It'd be so fucking exciting. PNG tubing is fantastic, and I'll definitely... Sorry, my throat's going. there's a trend with everything. Everything has trends. But, I mostly mean in terms of, like, VTubers tend to be particular styles of anime inspired or anime heavy. And you know me, like, most of my artwork does not fall in that category. So I feel like this guy, like, this iteration of me is going to be the closest I get. Without, like, compromising to a point that I don't like it. Because, like, I love every style, pretty much. Like, I can't even think of, like, a single VTuber whose art style I do not like. But when it comes to what I enjoy drawing, and what I would like to represent and capture the appearance, I have, like, a particular stuff that I do like. And sometimes that's just not what's popular. I think, like, what's popular right now is to have the edges of the iris, like, softer and not hard lines. Kind of like webtoons and stuff. But the thing is, like, I don't know. I like that as well. Like, I like it. It's soft. It's nice. But it's not my thing. It's stuff like that. It's just little tiny stuff. Like, you'll notice trends in, like, if you look at the art styles of VTubers, you'll see, like, newer ones kind of looking the same in certain ways. Like, not exactly the same, just, like, the way they are drawn and the methods used. Yeah, words are hard. Oh my god. I need to drink more, beverage. It's not, like, it's not hard, fast rules or anything, right? It's just, it's more so, like, it's probably more of a mental block for me. Because, like, I can be a bit of a chameleon when it comes to, like, trying to please everyone, and I'm trying desperately to break that for myself wherever I can. But, like, if you're doing something for, like, a business, then sometimes it is wise to figure out what's the best course of action to ride the wave of trends the best you can, the longest you can. But it's also, like, no pressure to do so. Ideally, it wouldn't matter. But I think, like, from what I saw of yours is gonna be fine. I am a little concerned about mine, but I feel like, I kind of look like a bit like a scene, like, DeviantArt OC or something from, like, early 2000s, but the thing is, I love that. I love being colorful. But I also like being edgy, so I like both together. And to be honest, like, I'm sure I'll cause eye strain for some people, but, like, to be honest, like, there's popular VTubers that cause me a little bit of eye strain for different reasons. Trends are cool, but at the same time, I think it's also cool to stick to what makes you happy, too. Exactly. So, like, I'm just... It's also, like, just figuring out what looks good in live 2D, because there's guides on how to make that look good already, instead of... Like, you can also innovate, right? Like, and try to find ways to make more realistic styles look good in live 2D, but then you're kind of on your own. There's not nearly as many resources to make a semi-realistic model rig properly than there are, like, for anime themed, like, very anime themed. Mostly because I think owning your own tastes and styles also helps you stand out. Exactly. That's true. I saw some cool, yeah. Like, I just lurk in multiple spaces, so I lurk in Rayless on YouTube, the cat that I keep talking about. I lurk in his Discord, and I think one of his mods is, like, straight up a like lizard folk from like D&D. Like his model is just a full-on lizard man, and it's cool. It's just really freaking cool. Because it's like, it's different, you know? Bum bum bum. Gosh. It's one of those things that, especially with this design, is like, I wanted to have binder straps kind of visible. Like, they're visible on the PNG. But the thing is that, like, I feel like because they're visible on the chibi, and people mistake them for bra straps. Eh. Like, on one hand, I'm making him for me. Like, I'm making this model for me. It's supposed to be me. I should do what I want with it. But, you know, it's always easier said than done. You don't want to be misinterpreted at the same time. But also, ambiguity is fun, but it's different than, like, I guess. Maybe I'll get a thicker skin with time. I don't know. I think the most important thing is being able to think in 3D, because that'll help with cutting and rigging. Oh yeah, the human thing. Speaking of, did you see that there is a, like, somebody who's making a model out there that's like this eldritch eyeball? Like, it's just a giant eyeball and like a bunch of like tentacle limbs. And that's the whole model. It's really cool because they can go all out with like the eye and like eye shines that wiggle when it blinks and stuff. It's cool. I should send it to you when I get the chance. Because the thing is, like, it's not always going to be harder. What also, like, probably helps, like, the anime thing is that the faces are a lot flatter and you're not trying to worry about making something that protrudes towards the camera look proper when it's turning and rotate at the right speed. It's hard. I have not seen someone become an entire ink blob, yeah. I'm still trying to, like, I'm probably going to take this when I get to a point and then copy it and draw, like, different iterations on top of it. Because, like, there's some stuff that I'm iffy on still, like, with the hair. Like, do I want to make it black with, like, a green underlayer? Like, do I want it to have highlights of a different color? Or, you know, like, I'm still figuring that out. I'm definitely already tired today. Like, it's been... I haven't even done that much, but, you know, sometimes you're just tired anyway. Because you've been up, and your brain has been working hard. Even if your body hasn't, and then you're still like, ugh. I could sleep for days. That part where you play around, feeling that too, yeah. To be honest, like, I'm generally happy. I think I want to do, like, the darker hair on top gradient to lighter thing. Like I had for a little bit here, and a little bit showing at the moment. Yeah. Redrawing over and over and over. It's like, remember, like, I started with, like, pale teal hair at one point, and then I had dark teal, and then it went dark green, and then, like, a mint green, and now we're at this bright neon, like, eye-burning green. And then the hairstyles changed a lot, and the clothes as well. Like, it used to be more grunge with, like, a denim jacket and a flannel. So, like, it's changed so much. But I'm definitely happy with this so far. I feel like changes from here on out are going to be rather small. Thank God. Like, we're getting closer to the end here, boys. Oh man. I'm gonna have to make like a wish list for stuff. We're coming along pretty well today though. Cause oh man. So like this is the first time in a while that I've been content with zooming out and seeing what he looks like. And like proportions and stuff. Just drawing a full body is so damn hard. And then comes the fun of drawing it for rigging. Yeah, let's go. Suffering. That's fine. The thing is, like, it's the good kind of suffering because at the end of it, you've made something fucking cool. It makes it absolutely worthwhile. I would like to make, like, draw myself some icons and, like, Twitter banners so I can start actually existing on social media as well. Because if I'm serious about this, which I am, I really need to start kicking this into gear. And I'm not going to be shy about, like, working hard at this and what I need to do, because I don't know. I'm not one for lying about, like, how much work this is and what I'm working on, because I feel like some people may enjoy seeing how this shit is done, I guess. Like, like, a lot of the small VTubers I've followed and watched grow, like, I've enjoyed watching them learn and talk about how they got there. It's definitely, like, its own form of entertainment. Wow, that's a big list. Okay. Well, there's also the other part of, how long have you been working on this? Ha ha ha. Since it ties into the funny ADHD of can't focus for a long time, but 1 to 2 hours of work always tends to look like ask so you can cringe damage. Ass, maybe. Small step states, exactly. The thing is, like, I lost the thought. I did the thing where I lost the train of thought. Shit. Yeah, I figured it was ass. I was like, ask. Probably ass, yeah. I'm just gonna, like, take a break to drink. Ah. But, like, I feel like it's fun. Like, watching people grow is cool to me. And I think it'd be cool to provide that kind of insight for other people as well. I'm not... It's just like, this is what I'm going to be doing for a while, and it's going to be too much for me, I think, to try to plan other content on top of it instead of turning my hard work into the content, if that makes sense. I might as well, like, make the best of what I'm doing right now. Doing my best. Oh man. There's always something cool about watching the process. Exactly. But I'm also the kind of guy who likes to watch people build terrariums or like set up fish tanks and talk about how they do it. Okay, so it's mostly lines, yeah. I gotta split this up better. Oh yeah, exactly. It's such a good feeling. It's always lovely to work hard and have people appreciate that you did work hard, I guess. Like, it's so much more tangible, for me at least, to... At least, like, even if nobody's watching, I have a record. Like, I can go to my saved VODs and see myself working hard and see it progress and see the timestamps and how long it took to get here. But like having that extra little fucking boost from other people who happen to stumble across it and enjoy watching, it's fantastic. Hmm. Okay, I'm going to split. I'm gonna have to split that shirt. Some of these lines. And put them on the proper line layer. Trying to get like all of the line work in one folder. Yeah. Extra pog to your brain, yeah. Exactly. It's like you get extra work and then you have something to show for it. Because it'd be cool to like... I'd like in the future to make more models either as commission or like donation stuff. Like free to use as I learn kind of stuff. And it would be cool to be able to make time lapses of the process of making a character in a model. That would be cool as hell, but I definitely need a lot more time and practice, so it's like pipe dream shit, you know? Let me save so I don't clown myself. If I can get affiliate, I'm gonna probably get like a points redeem for like save the file. Cause that's cardinal sin. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cause like I get some cool ideas, just baseline like aesthetic ideas for characters. But I know for a fact that I will never use them. So it's like I could absolutely probably donate them or something like that. Not sure how resource intensive CSP's time-lapse tool is, yeah. Because the thing is, like, I can do that with VODs, I guess, and talk about it. Like, do voiceovers, I guess. If I want to be, like, posting stuff to YouTube, I guess. Because, like, VODs do not fucking last on here anyway. And if I want to do any sort of editing down, I'm gonna be posting to YouTube, most likely. But editing is kind of not my strong suit. Like, I might... Like, it's like I either have to learn or find somebody that I can afford to hire for the job. Okay, I think I'm done splitting the lines, unless there's more hidden. There is some hidden. Let's see. Hmm. Yeah, we go back to the whole pain of third-party video editing tools. Yeah. It's like it's probably doable, but if I'm going to be realistic, it's gonna take me longer than I'd like to admit. But at least like I'm being realistic with myself at that point. Like if I want to be posting time lapse and talking about the process, I'm going to have to learn editing or hire somebody. Because like learn editing would be very rewarding, but also hiring somebody would be, you know, like giving back to the community a bit when it comes to creating content. Like editors are hardworking motherfuckers too. They deserve, you know, they deserve work and to be respected for what they do because that shit's hard. Also, crash shots. How would you rate the pun in the title out of 10? Because I know you're like me, you have garbage sense of humor. And then I pulled another sneaky one in there. Straight to super hell. Did you even notice? Oh, got him. Fucking got him, dude. Ay. No! Stay! I enjoy your company. Dang it. It's okay, we can't be on top of our game all the time. Even in puns. Even in garbage taste. We can slip up once in a while. We're getting like a nice close-up of the fucking crotch right now, but that's fine. I gotta do this part, is my question. I'm asking nobody but myself. A lot of this right now is... Need a smaller brush. You can't believe that. Nailed it. Oh man. Wait, let me make sure I didn't leave my chat on follower only, because that would be stinky. Nope, 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 I think we're good. Are we good? I think we're good. Yeah, it's all off, okay. That would suck. I tend to leave it on like emotes and follower only when I'm offline, and sometimes like I've forgotten before and I don't want to forget again. But I would love to get to a point where I could do like commissions for this kind of thing. That would be fantastic. Because how cool would it be to be like a parent to some VTubers out there in the world? Me over here live on Twitch being like, I want to be a father. I want to be a parent. But it's not in the way that you think. I made that child VTuber. Exactly. Like, that's mine. I helped them exist. Yeah. They wouldn't be here if it weren't for me. No, but like, in all honesty, it's fucking awesome. Hell yeah. On the one side, it's a little sad when you're making your own model where you're like, you don't really have siblings because you're your own mom and dad, right? Like, you don't have that connection with other VTubers. But at the same time, like, I guess you get to be your own dad. You get to start your own family, I suppose. And that's the beauty of it, I guess. Nice. I didn't really know what I was doing with this hand. What was I doing? Still trying to decide if I want claws or not. You can do the whole well, you see, it was me. Yeah, it was me. Damn. It's pretty fun to do. I always longed for something like this to be possible, where you could, like, play physical character or, like, fictional, like, avatars and stuff. And record for animating in a weird way. I used to daydream about this kind of shit in middle school, and I'm so glad to be around for this to happen now. I got no words, I'm being sappy now. I want the claws, but I cannot be a convincing top when I have claws, can I? This is a bottom manicure. That's fine. Make that mistake at your own discretion. We are living in the future, absolutely. And it's the best future. It is the best fucking future. Couldn't ask for a better one. Well, in terms of creative world. The rest of it, yeah, we don't have to talk about it. I am out of warm drink and now I just have water. Nobody will know. Perhaps. Imagine a gay VTuber model has short nail alternate, like a short nail toggle, just for the extremely lewd and niche flex. The best friend hands. Oh fuck. I am not thinking straight. Not that I ever have. Oh. Maybe we can go. Save me a lot of struggle. I wonder if I can. I still want to see if I can make the binder straps work. It's so hard to do because it's like, ugh. kind of cute having this lot of skin showing, but it's also cute to have straps, you know? I don't know. I just like straps. Binder slippage is cute. That's like my own opinion. Let me see if I can find some references. Cause like, I'm getting like the band way too short for what I'm going. Like way too thin. These binder straps are kind of thick. Exactly, the best of both worlds. Fuck yeah. You get me. I get to have claws, but I get to also be a top. Yeah, I guess I can pull it off. It kind of looks like a tank top. Eh. And then I also have like, if I want to have the stripy sweater. I cannot speak. Oh my god. The stripy purple sweater underneath. Like here. If I want to do this, then that's... If I want to follow this at all. This is gonna be fun. Alright. Alright. So it's... I guess I could do another layer for the purple shirt to see if I still want to do it. I think it's so cute though. I like that throwback to the old, like, early 2000s, like, punk scene thing where, like, everyone had brightly colored stripy shirts for some reason with, like, rips in them. It was cute. Ah, it was cool as hell. This is just me living my wannabe fantasy from 2009. Like, what I wish I could fashion like over 10 years ago. Yeah, boy. Oh, that's way too thick. I gotta go thinner again. Let's try a 7 pixel brush. Better. Let me see. I keep looking at my phone for the reference, so I forget I have it in CSP itself. Speaking of, I need to figure out how to use, like, the reference features sooner rather than later. To save myself a lot of pain. Let me see. Because I could do it, like, where it's, like, you know, full is scrunched up. Or I can have, like... Nah. The 3/4 sleeve thing was kind of weird. Yeah, the reference function, I don't know about layers. I don't really know how that works. It's one of those things where I would spend more time figuring it out than drawing right now, and I'd rather learn program functions off screen, off stream. So I'm not like just streaming like technical difficulties to the unfortunate audience. Let me see if I can. I have so many mixed feelings about this because it's so cute and it's, and then it peeks through the jacket. Hmm. He will tell me the power. Please DM me later so I can learn the secrets, the wizardry. Oh, you're talking about something entirely different than me. You can see, that's what I already do that. Like, this is what, like, this entire folder is line art. I already know this one. This one is God tier. Anyone who does digital art and is around and hasn't heard about this, please do it. It saves so much. You can put him with the lighthouse icon? That is new. So that's what that is? Set as reference layer. But what's the point of marking it as a reference layer when it's line art? Do tell. Because I already put things, I already like group my line art into a folder. Is that for coloring? Like, I'm actually very curious. Yeah. Mostly I just... like, I don't really understand the lingo in this program, as godly as it is. As much as it's saved me so much grief. Yeah, it's for flats. Bruh, okay, that's good to know. That would save me a lot more trouble in the future, especially when I'm doing this, like, final version. Save me so much trouble! I don't know if I like this, or if I just wanna... It's too many layers, I think. It just starts to look a little weird. Like, I've doodled this on like traditional, where I just had the sleeves full length. And like even like over a bit. Good to know. That's very handy. It's like one of these chunky stripe situations, right? Oh, okay. What I was doing before was making it reference every layer and then hiding the background. And it would work, but like, I guess that's very handy and like saving you time of like checking to make sure you have all the right layers hidden and so on. No, I have such mixed feelings about this stripy shirt. It's cute, but eh. And try to color it in when I get the chance. There's so much power contained within this bad boy. Yeah. It's like it's fantastic, but it's also overwhelming at times. I'm sure there's ways to even like fill this out like a lot easier. But I'm in the flow and I don't want to interrupt it just yet with more information to process. I'm taking my ability to do something as it comes. The problem is knowing how. That's always the problem. That is the problem. The big problem. Big daddy of all problems. Knowing how. You know, yeah, I could probably do the half. I don't have to do the whole sleeve. Because, like, I have some ideas for, like, bracelets and shit. I don't know. Let me like clean this up. Stability. You can do like rips in this a lot cleaner and more less nonsensical in the future, but I want this to be. No. I have so much mixed feelings right now. I had a plan, and now I'm backing out on my own plan. Mm-mm. Like, character design is my passion. It's so hard. The thing is, like, it looks pretty good on my tablet, but it's so much more desaturated than my laptop screen. That's so frustrating. There's not much I can do about that at the was just experimenting to see if we are a big fan of this or not. Yeah, the monitor correction. Ugh. It's definitely tough too, because like I'm working with such a saturated character. Like, I am a bright, colorful boy, and that, as much as I love it, it does make making sure it's what I'm seeing is what everyone else is seeing. At least the general gist is so fucking hard. And I also gotta accept the fact that to some people, I am going to look terrible, no matter what. Oh yeah, the pain of it. And then you get to look at your image on your phone and take cringe damage. To be honest, I have the opposite effect, where like, sometimes it'll look better on my phone, right? It's fucking painful, dude. I'm still unsure if I want to, like, cut off here. I should probably cut off here on both. See, the thing is, like, my original plan was having it cut off at the elbow, but I wanted to try something different, and now I hate it, so we're putting it back. We're putting it back. Returning to original form. The thing is, now we know. Now we know we don't like that. So it's not a complete waste of time. Maybe a little bit of copium, but it is the truth. See? I don't know if I like that. I'm gonna like color correct the shit out of this layer. I think I should desaturate the purple on this shirt. That is my current guess of what I should be doing. Yeah, this layer is only shirt, so I can color correct. Ugh, I gotta move this to the correct screen so I can see what I'm doing. This is not how they intended you to use OBS, but it is saving my ass currently. I can try to make this look the way I wanted it to. On a different screen! Haha! It's just too bright. It's just so... Let me... Yeah, that's better. Yeah. See, the trouble is, like, my display tablet is not saturated at all, especially when it comes to like reds tones. Like the red tones are weak no matter what I do. And if I bump it up too much, then it just gets all over whack. It's just a failing of the tablet itself for being like a cheap Galmon from like several years ago. But at the same time, it's putting in a lot of work for me. I do like this more. This is better. I think this is better. It's also like messing with everything, and I don't want. My problem with color correction layers is I don't really know how to fix them. Let's see. Oh, you can clip them to the layer. Oh, how lovely. Now we know. We've learned something today. How lovely. Okay. Can I collapse you? Final. Yes. Beautiful. You slap gradient maps onto stuff until it looks right. You know, I respect it. I really do. I am just a glutton for punishment, and I'm over here like, I'm gonna do this the hard way. Probably more. Let me do this. More stripes. Make this line up a little more. Bing bong. Bing bong. Let's see. Yeah, that's much better. I need to fix this so it's all wrong. I should just I'm getting closer to the vision what I had in mind. That's definitely better. Thank God for correction layers. Oh my gosh. Because, like, my brain is like, I want bright colors. I almost said chemicals. Ooh. Like, I want bright colors. Let's crank up the saturation on everything. And that's like, no, 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 no. That's not how it works. We need to slow our roll a bit. Mm-hmm. Like, what I really want to pop the most on this is the green and the pink. So I need to make sure nothing else clashes too bad with it. There's also tone curve, which is pretty pog. Yeah. I might do that on, like, the final, right? Not the final, but, like, the final sketch. So I know for sure what I'm doing when I'm making the actual model part. This is basically like, this will become rough sheet, I think, when I'm done with it, and then model. And then then we're in business. It's exciting. This is looking good so far, dudes. Fucking shit up today, let's go. 'Cause, I don't know if I'll have too much body movement, like maybe shift weight from one side to another a little bit, at the most, maybe slight rotation. Breathing, of course. So, like, I'm going to try to keep it quote-unquote relatively simple. Besides, like, the one arm I would like to move. The free arm. And the tail. I'd like some good, tail movement. I'm probably not gonna keep this pose because it's a little too much. It's so hard. I think I'll like get to it when I get to it, because like at the moment I'm working on the main body and I kind of want to put more patches on the pants. Just no idea what or where yet. The sad part is on this, I was working on it facing an entirely different angle, so I made it look nice from this point of view. And I completely neglected the actual point of view. You live, you learn. Can probably get some more patches into it. I'm not going to be following this one-to-one because of my mistakes. Though I do like some of these patches, I might just rearrange their position so that they're actually, you know, visually compelling and not just a mess. Oh, it's a wrong brush and color altogether. Here. I'll probably move the pronoun patch over a bit. Putting it on an inner thigh, bold. Let me see, like, how I'm doing for time. Hour and a half, that's pretty good. But I think, give or take, a few more, like, maybe 20 minutes, I'll probably wrap up for the day. But I made good time. Good work as well. Yeah, I feel like that's better. Yeah. I'm gonna have to, like, go and hit, like, this tablet once again with another color correction session. Not that it will fix too much at this point, because it's so, like, kind of a lost cause almost. It's pretty bad. It would be cool to get like a nicer display tablet at some point. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna redo that jacket another time. I'm just like solidifying our base here a bit. By the way, like kind of like an opinion thing. So like, I want to have like that fishnet layer considering XP pen, yeah, a little bit. Like, do I have the fishnet start up here? Or should I do it down here? Where I had it before. Pick one. Yeah, we all know Wacom's kind of a joke with the price for sure. I kind of want to do better research on like what the screen like colors and shit look like. I'm wondering if, yeah, below would be better because it doesn't clash with the belly button too much, I think. Yeah. Yeah. I had like a slightly better balance here. But to be honest, it's like the pants are low riding either way a little bit. It's just part of the choice that I've made. It's starting to almost look a complete thing, huh? His hand is like long. I'm gonna have to fix it later. Not too happy with it. That's another time. Like, I can get a reference for that hand in the other tomorrow. It's gonna be slow going, but it's going to be worth it, I hope, by the end. I get some good shapes in here before I leave, so I don't forget the form I have in mind, and then time I take between closing this file and opening it again. Lord knows that'll happen. Don't remember shit. It's amazing what like a few lines can do to help you like memorize like what 3D shape you had in mind. Kind of off. some of them that I... Let's see. Mm-mm. I'll probably fix that later. Another feature I really want to keep is like the wiring at parts on the arm and bracelets. It's kind of a real part of the design. I might want to transfer bracelets to the side. See them here. Oh, it could be the other way around. I like that. Slits and stuff on the side. Break it up. Also, hitting that nice, relaxing, spooky RuneScape music. Dude, I need to look at pictures of like, you know, like 2000 scene kids, and they'd have like bracelets on bracelets. I need to look at those and reference them. So look, I'm going. Alright, I think with this, that feel when internet exploded. I'm so sorry. It's okay. Yeah. The sleeves are kind of cool. And then I lent like a lot of bracelets, like early 2000s, where people had like all the colorful beads and all that Hot Topic cringe shit. And I say cringe with the most affection in my heart as possible. Oh, my cat is losing it. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up so I can let her in and we can go to bed and she can sleep on top of me like a fucking paralysis demon, like she usually does. Because I am exhausted and I'm so happy with this so far. But I am absolutely gonna have to look up some references and get this going. Fucking hype. Alright. Big stretch. Posture check. No pops for the mic, but that's okay. Alright. Thanks for coming, my dude. Thanks for hanging out and chatting. And thank you for those who lurked. Had a wonderful time working on this. I want to stream more art because this stuff's... It's pretty pog, like, the amount of work you can get done. It's helpful. You love to see it. Alright. Alright. So long, farewell. hopefully I will schedule for this week soon. I did make good progress. Fuck yeah. I'm so excited. I know. It feels so good. Yeah, I'm gonna try and schedule. Alright, thank you. So long. Avita saying good night.